Welcome, everyone. It is in fact Friday. Today, yes, that's right. This is, if you remember this place, it is New Zealand, I think. Can anyone confirm? Any New Zealanders? Is this in fact New Zealand? It is, I remember. It's Lake Matheson Walk of New Zealand. Let's see if there's any new ones. Let me change this maybe to like a different one. Do they have different ones? Ooh, what the heck is this? That's nice. The Way to Valhalla? What is this one? Wait, no, we had this before, right? This was Norway? No, we've had this. I like this one. This one's nice. Anyway, it is Friday, so we're gonna do some game dev. Welcome Stream Elements, welcome Tag Barrel, welcome Ronmu, welcome Stanley and Xtag. I'm noticing my voice sounds a bit different today. I don't know what it is exactly, but it does not sound right to me. But maybe that's fine. Welcome Old Man Diabetes. Okay, we're gonna open up Godot as usual. Godot. Where's Godot? Godot. There it is. Okay, so as usual, I'm going to describe what I've done since last time. And since I don't remember what I've done, I will have to check the logs. So we're going to do that. Anyway, today's art, it's me pushing a crate. It is very relevant to the stream because, as you know, this is the game about pushing crates, and also there's like spikes and mushrooms. That's the game. That's the game right there. Mushrooms, crates, walls you can climb. Alright, so what have I done? Good question. Good question. I will take a look. Let's see, last time, also welcome Hamflo. Last time that I streamed was... Well, last time I streamed this game. And by game, I mean... I guess this is a game, actually. Okay, this game that I'm making. Last time I streamed this was on Monday. What did I do last time? We've added, right, okay, last time I was adding vertically moving platforms. Okay, I was adding platforms that you can grab. Specifically, let me show you the world. Let me show you the world. Classic. Okay, this one. Last time I've added these. No, I didn't add this. This one, okay, this one I added off stream. But I was adding these platforms that move horizontally that you can also climb and ledge grab. So then off stream, once I have that logic figured out, I've updated this level to instead go down. And then you go to the left, and then you climb up, and then you go this way, and then you do this stuff. This stuff is the same. We had spikes last time. Okay, these are some new rooms that I've added. The spike platform thing goes up. You're meant to like grab onto it. So I fixed some logic from last time. There was a little bit of janky, like you grab the platform and then you start falling immediately. I think I fixed some of it, maybe not all of it. And then I also updated this moving platform to have spikes on it. So let me show you specifically the new levels that I've added. So let's see, where's the player? The player is in fact right here. Okay, so this is the same. However, after you're done with this room, instead of going to the left, you go downward, and then down here, there's new things here. This is to teach you that you can grab moving platforms. Because that's the only thing you can do. You can only walk on the spikes, and then you're like, how am I supposed to do this? I can't do this. And you might think, you're like, oh, I can grab ledges now. I can, and then you do this, and then you jump. Look at that. New technology, and then you look at this, and you go, can I even make that jump? And then you try to make this jump, right? But you can't. I didn't even jump there. You try to make this jump, and you're like, I can't do it. There's, oh wait, you guys, okay, I guess you can do that. I did not expect you can do that. My intended thing was that the player will go down here, right? They'll grab this wall and then jump to this one. Okay, although I guess you can just do this, but that's really close though. So maybe the player thinks that they're supposed to do that. They're not supposed to. They're supposed to go to this wall and then jump to this wall. Maybe I should make this a bit... Well, whatever, it's fine. You do this, and then you go this way. And then you gotta grab, you gotta go downward, and then you can jump. And then this one, you can grab onto this one, but this has spikes on it. So we have both horizontally and vertically moving platforms with spikes on them. Do this, and then go up. And then this one, you can go up. But then the intent for this one is that you then go down this way, right? Because remember before, you can, I guess, make that jump. This one, though, you can't. You cannot make that jump. You have to then learn that you can grab onto this side. It's actually so simple. You're going to look at this, you're going to think this is so complicated. It's so simple. All right, and then you go this way. Okay, and then you do this, and then you do that. All right, and then this room, so this one used to be one going down this way, and then you would go this way. This one I've added it so it now goes this way. Also welcome, Pandas. You then have to grab this wall, jump onto this one, and then do... I guess you don't need to go... You don't need to jump from this one to this one. You could just climb up. Whatever. That's speedrun strat. Okay, this room is the same. Oh, but I've added spikes. This room used to be like... If you weren't trying to get the clover, it was like there was no challenge. So I've added spikes. Just so that there's like a little bit of challenge. There's not that much challenge. And look at this, we got crate pushing. It's literally the crate from today's drawing. Right there. Alright, and then you go down, right? And then go down this way. This is the same. This is exactly the same as last time. I think this is meant to teach you that you can grab walls without jumping. I don't know if that's going to be obvious to players. I kind of am concerned that maybe they'll think you have to jump to grab the wall. And I could put a sign. Okay, and then you go down, right? And then you climb up. And then you're here. And then you jump. Welcome, Slime Molder. Balfas, he's not even balling. There's no ball in this game. Okay, then you go down. Then you're like, wait, I've been here. I recognize this place. And then you continue to go up. This room is the same as before. We've solved this already. I don't need to go over this one. You can tune into last stream if you want to see that room. So we've done this one. And then you go this way. We've done this room as well. This room, I believe, is the same as last time. I've added spikes here. But since this is somewhat new, I will demonstrate it. You can't do that. You gotta be jumping. You push this platform down, and then you grab the wall. Then you time your wall climb, and then you're here. And then this room is new. This room is totally new. So this one, the intent is that if you go this way, you go immediately here. You might be thinking that you grab onto this one. No, because that'll kill you. You gotta be fast. What you gotta do, you don't have to be fast, but you could be fast. You have to be on the other side. And then you fall down, and then you do this same old thing that we've all been doing. And then you climb up this wall. Okay, not that hard. This one though, this is new. This one you're like, what is going on here? They got a clover, they got this stuff. Welcome, Royal. What if no climb? You have to. There's no way to get here without climbing unless you're cheating. And no one would cheat at this game. Alright, this one, you have to climb. What the heck was that? Hold on, you see that? What was that? What the hell on? What the heck? Okay, well, I don't know how that happened. Maybe I need to figure that out. Anyway, the goal for this one, if you want to get the clover, this one is actually a little bit tricky. You could go this way, right? But then you're like, oh, I can't go over there now. How am I supposed to go there? Well, you'll notice there's a thing up here. You grab this, and then you go on the other side. Whoa, and then you can get the clover, right? That simple. What if teleport hack? Well, then you're robbing yourself of the experience of playing this game. Okay, and then this one, right? You know these are falling platforms, but you know, obviously you can't jump high enough to get to this one. And then what, right? You might think to do this, but you can't. You gotta go on the wall, right? You gotta be jumping on the walls. These spikes will not be spikes. They'll be thorns or something. The fact that they blend in with the cloud is unintentional. Anyway, you're supposed to go this way. Okay, and then once you've gone this way, that's as far as I've gotten. This one is a work in progress room. And the intent for this one is you go here, and then you can jump to this one, and then you can jump up there. I don't know, you know, maybe it's not obvious to people. Maybe they look at this and think, how am I supposed to do this, right? Do you think you would understand? I mean, there's only one thing you can do, right? You can grab the wall. You can simply grab the platform that is moving. And then you do this, and then, you know, it's that simple. But then I need to add some stuff on this side. So I have to determine what I will add. But that is the extent, I think, of what I've added since last time. Make sure, was there anything else that I added? I don't think so. I think that is pretty much it. And now we are going to design some more levels. That cloud-shaped fish. I don't think so. Imagine adding fishing to this game. That's too much. That's too much scope creep. I could though. Anyway, so I was thinking of ideas, and specifically I looked up climbing games on itch.io just to steal their ideas, and I did find a game. Let me see if the game is there. I did not play the game, but I watched a video of someone do it, and then I was like, wait, these are good ideas. I'm gonna steal these ideas. There is a game that is known as Celeste: Theo's Return. As you know, Celeste, it has a lot of climbing. This one is a fan game, I think. I mean, obviously it is a fan game, but not too many requests. What the heck? They got, you know, you can climb things. This guy playing this game right here. You know, they got these platforms. If you climb on these, they move. I don't think I'll be adding those, but then there's a thing that they have here, which is floating islands that can fall. So like the current thing that I have right now is that I have these platforms that move, you know, regardless of whether you're in contact with them, they move. So in this game, they have these things right here. If you grab onto this one, it starts falling, kind of in the same way as the falling platforms, except they're like a large, right? You can grab onto them. So I was thinking one thing I could do today, these platforms you can jump from underneath, but what if I had like one of these where as soon as you grab the side of it, it starts falling? And then since we've implemented the logic where you can grab onto these as they're moving, if they're falling, you will also fall with them. So I think that could add some interesting mechanics to the game. I think maybe I will be adding that today, right now even. You're watching this stream and you're thinking he's adding too much stuff. Why does he keep adding things? Why can't he just finish the game with the existing things, right? But I have to. And I have to add it. If I don't add it, I just, you know, can't really do anything. Make rock spin, that's too much. I did consider having like some spinning things in the game though. Because like I think at the moment all the obstacles, they're either stationary or they move side to side. You could have like a thing in the middle and then it like spins like a spike ball around it. Welcome Chocojax, welcome J Law Yo. Stop making your game better. I can't. I have to. It's gonna be the best game ever. It's gonna be so goated. People are gonna play it. They're gonna be like, "Whoa, what the? I can't wait to play this game." And then they play the game, and then they're like, "This is a good game." And then they're like, "Oh man, I can't wait to see, you know, if this developer has any other games." And then they check, and I don't, and they're like, "Ah, I sure wish he had made more games so that I can play them." But they don't exist, and then they're going to be so sad, and then I will have ruined their lives because I'm not making games. But then I will make games. I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay, so we're gonna add the thing I talked about. We are going to add moving platform. It's going to be falling platform script, falling platform scene. Duplicate. This is going to be falling grabbable climbable falling platform dot scene. This game is fire. This game is fired. It's firing up. Fired. That's not even a word. Okay, so instead of this being a one-way platform that you can jump through, it is instead going to be perhaps one of these. Climbable sideways platform that squishes player into spike. Exactly. No, but then this one will only go if you climb it. So it could be, you know, it could be this. It could be this kind of platform. Oh, you could also have things that fall on you. That's a thing that happens in games. Sometimes they got spikes that are above you, and then if you walk below them, they start shaking, and then they fall down on you. That could be something. A zero-way platform. No, it's a four-way platform. Actually, no, you're right. It is a zero-way platform. It is, in fact, zero. This will be a grabbable... Wait, did I change the wrong one? That is the wrong one. I'm changing the wrong file, guys. Can you believe this? Can I reset? Welcome Imba Joe. I would simply add every obstacle from Ultimate Chicken Horse. You know, I should consider that. They do have obstacles. You know, another game dev idea I had is related to horses. The horse race tests that's trending. I feel like it would not be that hard to make a version of that has chat interaction, right? You know, people have like marbles on stream. You could have like horse race tests, except your chatters join them, and then you could like load their avatar and then put them on the screen, and then you start the race and they start moving around. That's a thing I could consider doing. Also, welcome Tag Barrel. I prefer when the spikes fall at steady rate, like the icicles in Wario Land that form, fall, and then reform. Interesting. Wario Land, you know, that had a lot of good things. Wario Land 3 and 4, goated games. Welcome Chicken Coop, thank you for the 34 months. Did I welcome you a second time? No, I can't believe. Oh yeah, you were the first one here. Okay. Because, like, you know, like when sometimes people say a message in the beginning of the stream, and then like midway through the stream they say something else, or like, did I greet them? I don't remember. That's why you should never show up at the beginning. If you show up at the very beginning, your welcome will be grouped with all the other welcomes, and then, you know, if you said something later, then you get your own welcome, and it is distinct. Because sometimes I have people that join, and then at the very beginning in my waiting room, they like ask a question, or like, you know, they say something that requires a response, and then I just skip over it because, like, I'm just greeting people. That's why you show up later. Okay, that's the meta. That's the meta. Okay, wait, what are the obstacles in this game? You got moving platforms. They got glue. Telling me there's glue. You got lava. Okay, they do have the spinning things. They do have saws that spin around. Well, anyway. Okay, so I'm going to add the platform. Okay, this one, I did not mean to change this. This should be falling platform. Okay, and then we have moving climbable, what is it? Climbable falling platform. This is it. Yeah, climbable falling platform. Okay, then we change the graphic. This one is going to be this one. Now, should I also have spikes on it? I could have both. Could have both spikes and not spikes. Climbable falling spiked platform. I just have, okay, this one's gonna be the non-spiked one. Climbable falling platform, no spikes. So we got collision, we got the sprite. Okay, it's going to be this one. And then we have the collision shape. This collision shape specifically is going to be this. And it is not going to be one way. You might notice we have an arrow going down. That is incorrect. It should not be there. Okay, and then we have this thing. This is the thing that detects whether you are in contact with it. And then you start falling. It starts falling. Now, the thing is, this one, it should trigger whenever you grab it. So it's not just when you're on top. It's also, it would just be like an area around it. You know, it'd be like this. But not from below, only from the sides. And yeah, I think that's good. I think this is suitable. Maybe. Is this too high up? Sometimes it's hard to tell. Okay, this I see. It should be moved downward by 0.5 pixels. No, that's the wrong thing. You gotta change the transform, obviously. Everyone knows that. Negative 0.5. There you go. Is that right? That doesn't look right. It could be negative... maybe just 0? No, 0, that's too much. What about negative 1? But that looks like it's too much though, right? Or is it only because this is too much? I think it's because this is too much. The collision shape should be... Anyway, this is... I hope everyone's having a good Friday though. You all have a good day out there yesterday. On Thursday. This guy's pushing the crate into my face. Can you believe that? What if I put the crate on my head? I don't even know. Did I even greet Duck? I have to scroll up now because I can't be greeting people twice. It does not appear that I did. So welcome. Okay, so position 0. I think 0 seems good, and then maybe the size could be 24. I think 24. Okay, 24 appears to be perfect. And then we have this shape. This shape right here, it should instead be like this. You already know. Okay, so then, could this be 0? This should not be 0. This should be negative 1. Or maybe not negative 1. Maybe negative 0.5. Wasn't it already that? It is. It was in fact already that. Should this be 24? Welcome, Nutritious. I think that's good, right? I think this is good. No, it needs to be... Is this even interesting? You're looking at this. 24.5. Like, he's just saying numbers. It's literally like Picross when I run out of things to say. We got 24, 25. See, the confusing part about this though is that Godot doesn't draw these at like half pixel increments. It does show the boundaries. The boundaries are correct, but then the rectangle is not. Also, welcome Hoppy Hollow. Alright, so I think this should be good, right? And then all we gotta do is we have to change the collision layers. This one should be on not one-way platform, but it should be climbable terrain. Tiles today? No, this is programming. Okay, so this falling platform, I can tell this game is going to be too scary. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's literally fine. Totally fine. Everything is going to be totally fine. It's good. Nothing to be scared of. Okay, the mask though. Climbable terrain. and crate and unclimbable terrain and that's it. What if though? I guess, you know, I can't control what people are scared of. Sometimes people, they're scared of everything. Not me though. I would never be scared. Okay, so this platform should not reset though. So I should have export var is resettable. Wait, not resettable. Is respawnable equals false. It equals true. It should default to true. And then if you don't have it be respawnable, then you simply don't call the reset timer. So if is respawnable, then you call the reset timer. If you don't though, then that's actually totally fine. It works out perfectly well. Is anyone afraid of falling platforms? When you see like a Mario game, he jumps on a thing and then it starts falling. You're like, oh god, that is my greatest fear. I can't even believe this. It's unbelievable. Okay, so let's see if this works. It could be that this just works. Wouldn't that be so cool? If I just added this and then it just worked immediately. I'm scared of it. There's nothing to be scared of, man. It's not even that scary. Okay, we have obstacles. And we add our climbable falling platform to this scene right here. And then we add it and we'll see if it works. So we add this here. And then we run the game. Okay, so we have this thing right here. It is stationary, but as soon as we I failed. As soon as we jump on it. Okay, well it was supposed to. Okay, wait. Wait a second. Why doesn't it do it if you're climbing? Okay, but it also falls through. I don't want it to fall through. It should not be respawning. Oh, because I didn't set the property. This one I should be setting the this one right here. This is the wrong thing. This has got to be climbable falling platform. Welcome Fanta Dude. Thank you. Thank you for thinking it looks cool. Okay, so this should not be respawnable. And then I should also check what's making the collision disappear. Why is the collision disappear? Is it because my animation player shake? So it's when we shake the platform, let's see. Do I set, oh, I set, wait, is falling, that's fine though. Why is the collision not working? Is respawnable? Has overlapping bodies? Is falling. Has anyone fallen recently? What's that like? Okay, so go here. We go here. Now, why is this? Oh, because I don't have it colliding with the player. Have you thought about this, guys? Have you considered that the check is not actually player enabled? So we have top check, and then we have collision. The collision layer. No, it is contact with player. But why not? But why is it not though? Should I increase the width perhaps? Welcome Ringos. Maybe this should be 19. Okay, so that's there. And then if we are in fact, it's not working. Okay, but that works. But then it's like falling through the floor. And I think maybe because I don't have it colliding with... Okay, it is colliding with climbable terrain. Collision layer. It is in the climbable terrain layer. And it should collide with climbable terrain. How's progress going? It's probably fine. Probably totally fine. I think maybe it's because the player top check is not exactly... It could be wider, right? Let's see, this one, instead of 19, what if it was like 20? You think 20 is enough? It's not, but like this works though. Why does that work? Oh, because collision, okay, no, it's because I know why. It's because I have it so that we're checking whether the player's vertical velocity is there. Parts of this and the run-through logic feels very old school. This is a proper successor to MMFX. I don't know what that is. What does that mean? Mario Maker? But it's probably not Mario Maker. Let's see, is falling. Okay, so then, I see. Instead of is respawnable, I should have this be is solid. I mean, they're all solid. Is respawnable. Okay, this one I should check if it's a one-way. Is there a way to check whether the collision shape is one-way? Is it here? Is it there? Is it perhaps in collision shape? Collision shape, one-way collision. Okay. So if collision shape is that. Collision shape. The old editor for this kind of stuff, Multimedia Fusion Express. I feel like I've heard that name before, but I have never seen it. Okay, let's see. If collision is falling. Wait, top check has this thing and body is on floor. Oh, this one, I see. Okay, so this one should be if collision shape is one way, right? Is one. What? Am I checking the players on top or side? I'm going to assume that you figured it out based on how you said, don't worry. Okay, so let's see, we have this one, collision shape, one-way collision. What's the flag for this? It's just one-way collision. Okay, collision shape dot one-way collision. Why does that not work? Collision shape is not declared. Collision, it is declared though. Did I spell it wrong? Oh, I did spell it wrong. Collision shape. Okay, so this one, collision shape. Okay, so then this one is one-way collision and on floor. But then if this is false, so I only want the body is on floor to be checked if it is a one-way collision. So then if it's not a one-way collision, then I mean I could do if not a one-way collision and body what's the best one? And not this or body is on floor. There's probably a better way to do this. If it is not a one-way collider, then they should always apply. If it is a one-way collider, we should check whether player body is on floor. Surely there's a better way. This is a bit counterintuitive to me. not. If not, whatever, this works. I don't need to complicate the logic. Okay, but then is respawnable. Reset timer start. Reset timer stop. It's like, why does the thing fall through the floor though? Okay, so this works now. This thing now works if you grab onto it from the side. However, it should not be falling through the floor. Why is it doing that? So we have, is it sync to physics? If true, the body's movement will be synchronized. Oh, it's because I just set, because I'm just setting the position. I should be using move and slide. Right. Okay, so instead of just setting global position, we'll do move and, should we move and collide? Move and collide motion should then be velocity times delta. Right? Yes. It's wild to be doing code for this rather than individual if this then that script checks. Is it wild? Isn't that also coding though? Alright, so this should now not fall through the floor. Yo, it works? Okay, but hold on. Why can't I climb it? Oh. Okay. Okay. That's not supposed to happen. Now, why is that happening? Good question. Good question. Why can we not climb? And why, when we jump on top, is it because the velocity is being set? Is that what it is? Move and collide. Velocity y plus equals get gravity. It's wild to not be doing this in assembly. Imagine coding in assembly. Hey guys, did you know that Roller Coaster Tycoon blah 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 assembly? No, you know. Okay, I should print out the velocity. Maybe because the velocity is like really high. Maybe move and collide does not actually set velocity to 0. Is that true? It appears to be true. It appears to be true. We are not setting the velocity to 0. I would have assumed that move and collide would do that for me. But that is not true. That is not true at all. It is not. If recovery as collision is true, do I need to manually... Okay, so move and collide returns a kinematic collision. And then I just want to check if there is a collision. Is it null? If there's no collision, is it just null? If a collision is detected, then this is returned. Okay, so otherwise it returns null. We'll go back to the script. Here. So then if move and collide, but then this should only apply to this platform. Welcome, Hemp. It should not be is respawnable. This should be is solid. This one is solid. Is solid. Well, I mean they're all solid. I just mean like is. What's a word for like platform? It's like, what am I thinking of? Not really solid. I mean, I could just be like, if this is one way, then you do this. Maybe I will just do that. Let's do collision shaped out one-way collision. If move and collide and is one-way collision, then velocity.y equals 0 is respawnable. No, is respawnable makes sense to stay there. Bar is respawnable is true by default. Okay, so I think they should work. The quick and dirty way we did this years ago was we didn't check velocity, it was more on collision object stops. Yes, there's many possibilities. You could check, I don't know, what's a word for it? They got things going on. What the, hey, I said don't respawn. Can you believe they would respawn? Okay, let's try this again. So this one should now work. Okay, but now you can't climb it though. Why can we not? We're stuck now. Is the velocity still increasing? Did I set it wrong? Oh, if it's not one-way, that's what it is, and not one-way collision. That's what I meant. Okay, so oh, it works. Okay, so we now have platform that you can be climbing. That's good, that works. Okay, so we can design maybe some puzzles around this. But how so? Good question. Good question. I do not... Wait, why did that move? Even though I was not in contact with it, it started moving. Well, it's because I reset while the player was in collision with it. Interesting. Interesting situation we got here. I think I could just maybe, instead of having this box around the player, I could just check, because like I only had this collision shape check because one-way platform, you don't want to collide with it like from the bottom and have it fall. This one is fine. So I could have it so that instead of checking the top check, which doesn't even make sense now because this is not a top check anymore, it could be a different thing. But I should commit this though because this does work. Git status git. Let's add this thing. Git add entities. This is here. Okay, git commit add climbable falling platform. Okay, now we can simplify this. If there is no top check, we should just check the whatchamacallit, the thing, you know. What does this have? What kind of signals? We have collision object 2D. Is there a way to check? Hey, what object even is this? Extend animatable body 2D. It's animatable body. Is there a way? Is there like a signal when something is in contact with it? Move and collide is there. Now, you know, maybe it's fine. Maybe this works out totally fine. There's no real need to be adding extra logic to this. Okay, but then like what puzzles do I then add? Let's see, this one is not in contact. That is not there. Why is it doing that? I think this one this should be like setting, okay, so is falling is false. But then it continues to fall for some reason. Why is it even falling? Velocity y is 0. Reset the thing. What even is the deal? You believe it's been 50 minutes into this stream already? I feel like maybe I might be doing like too many of these streams though. I feel like, you know, 2 days of the week coding, it's not even always coding, but like game dev, I could be doing this stuff off stream. There are games that came out that I could be playing. Do I force a default value at run start? Yes, it defaults to falling should be false. And then when I reset it, it should be resetting. Oh, I also need to set the velocity. That's what it is. Did I never set the velocity anywhere else? I think that's what it is. Velocity that y equals 0. Wait, but how was that working last time though? Oh, because is falling was never set. Wait. Wouldn't that mean that the previous logic, if I reset the thing, it'll fall at a fast speed? Like this thing here, right? It falls down slowly. Is that a bug that I never fixed? Wait. Okay, so it starts shaking and then it falls down fast. Is it like every time I reset this thing, this starts falling even faster? Oh no, this doesn't happen anymore because I fixed it. But if I didn't have this, I think it would fall much faster every single time you reset. So it falls at a regular speed, right? It falls there, and it shows up. It goes even faster every time. It goes really fast, and I guess maybe I never noticed, simply because actually I can't tell. I could print it maybe. It does seem to be going a bit faster. Right, like doesn't, okay, this, okay, well, whatever, I fixed it though. Velocity, no, I do set it. What am I talking about? Wait, then why was that not working? It was literally right there. We set the position, we set velocity to 0, we set is falling to false, we reset the reset timer. So why does it fall? Is it because when I reset, it is still in contact with the player? Maybe I should move the player before I reset everything. I think that's what it is. If I go to my my world script, I think we reset the obstacles before we reset the player. Is that true? Is this perhaps true? I'm asking as if you know for some reason. We reset player, reset obstacles. No, we reset the player first, and then we reset the obstacles. So why is that not a thing? Why is that not even a thing? So for there, right, but that time it didn't do it. If you make the block drop and move off screen, does the position reset? If I make the block drop and move off screen, like if I didn't have a thing here, and it just fell to the next area, it will not reset. It'll just go to the next room. But that should not be a situation that I would have in regular gameplay. But okay, so this one, I feel like this is not ideal. Why is it doing that? Oh, is it because, wait a second, no. Is that because, I can go here. How do I go to my previous scripts? Falling platform. So is falling. Animation player play reset. We reset the position. If it is falling, we do this. If it has overlapping bot. Oh, it's because I don't check whether this is overlapping with the player. This is whether this is overlapping with anything. Right? Because this one... Wait, no, I do check. Body is player or body is crate. Then you play the shake animation. Okay. Then what? Body is player or body is crate. If top check has overlapping bodies, and then you got this one and this one. But then what though? But then what even? Where even is it? It is falling. So it is falling. Should this one set is falling to false, perhaps? I don't know. I'm not sure. Why does that happen? The player is there. It starts falling. And it continues to fall, even though I reset the player position first. It has overlapping bodies. Does the overlapping bodies only get called if I move and collide? For performance reasons, the list of overlapping bodies is modified once during the physics step. Not immediately after objects are moved. Oh, because when I reset on the same frame, it is still in contact. Consider using signals instead. Okay, wait a second. I think I didn't use signals because for one-way platforms, if you collide from the bottom and then you're still... That's the thing. Also, welcome Pork Food. Thank you for the 7 months. I think I had it set up that way because I didn't use signals, because you could jump from the bottom through to the top and you are still in contact with it. You have never left contact with it. And so then it would not trigger. But then I have it check every single time. Or what if I... what if I set the thing to check... I set the signal, and then it checks only if there is an overlapping body. Maybe. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. It is quite the complicated situation. Game development, it is quite complex. It really makes you think a lot. So what do I have here? So the reason why this is happening is because it is simply updating. In the same frame, it is not updating. Not immediately after objects are moved. Consider using signals. Okay, so no, but then this would then emit a signal whenever there is a... Even when it collides with the... No, it will not. Wait, I'm just talking to myself. It will not, because the top check only happens, as you can tell, it only has a mask for player and crate. So what does that mean? That means... it means something. It means some kind of thing, you know? Some type of thing. Okay, so then if it has overlapping bodies, this one I should then check. Godot has overlapping bodies. If you need continuous detection, use body entered. This is true and alt account. I face many a headache in situations where I need continuous detection. Check this, returns all overlapping bodies besides the node performing the check. You can do these body, etc. Body enter uses the GPU to check collisions. I did not know that. I was not aware of this. Discrete via enter exit base signals, not offering predefined continuous options via presence. Shapecasts for continuous collision signals. Wait, what is a shapecast? If you need continuous detection, shapecast may be up your alley. If you need discrete enter on exit, then okay. Godot shapecast. But isn't this thing checking multiple shapes? It sweeps a shape. I don't need that. It's not even a thing that I need, man. Okay, what if I refactor this? This thing, I'm going to add a, let's see, we'll have a area entered. No, is it area entered or body entered? I think it's body entered. Body entered and body exited. We'll connect this one. I should not rename this one top check. Instead of top check, this should be collision check. Body exit indeed. Okay, let's rename this. Collision check. Collision check. Okay, and then we also have to change the other guy. Falling platform dot tscn. This thing should then be called collision check. Okay. What is that emote? That's not Poro Sad, that's Basuji 1BB Smug. That's a totally different emote. Okay, climbable falling platform. Right. There it is. There is the Poro Sad. It has the same colors. I thought it was Poro Sad. It was not. Okay, collision check. Collision check. And also collision check. Me when my car has an accident where it collides with something and then my car insurance company sends me reimbursement via check. Call that collision check. It's so clever, right? Oh, that Walthy guy, he's so funny. Okay, body entered. Connect. On collision check. Thank you. I think I'm, you know, sometimes those jokes, they're so good. Okay, we got body enter, body exit. Connect. Okay, so then on collision body entered, you'll do, thank you, you're too kind. Var colliding count, colliding count 0. Yes, colliding count. So on body entered, colliding count plus equals 1. On body exit, colliding count minus equal 1. Also welcome Zoe. Okay, minus equal, okay, and then this one. So let's see. This one, if colliding count is, wait, does this even solve my problem? I don't think it does. I don't think this fixes anything. It's greater than 0. Then you do this check. I don't think that fixes it. Yeah, that does not fix it. Let's see. Colliding check. What if this is like, if colliding count is equal, no. It should be, then I would need like a frame count for how long since the last reset. That's not, I don't want that. Also, I didn't even hydrate 5 minutes ago. I should have hydrated 5 minutes ago. I'm gonna hydrate right now. Alright, I've hydrated. Colliding count, okay, so that doesn't do what I think it does. I want this to only fall if you have collided with it. But then, like, if you have collided and you do not exit the collision, and then your velocity changes, then what? Then what? I think, okay, hold on. I think I need it so that this thing should only apply when I have a one-way collision. This one, is that true? Is that a true? Is that for true, guys? What if I have ready, func underscore ready, if it is one way, if it is not one way, what am I saying? Collision shape, one-way collision. Okay, so if it is one-way collision, then you do something. Else, this is when you set the area entered, right? So then you set collision check dot body entered. Is that not working? Collision check? I spelled it wrong again. Body entered dot connect check overlapping bodies, right? And then we move this logic to check overlapping bodies. Now returns void. Voices of the void. Okay, so then we have this. So then if you have overlapping bodies, check overlapping bodies. And this would only happen if you are a one-way collision. If collision shape dot one-way collision and has overlapping bodies, then check. Otherwise, you don't. And then you don't need this stuff, right? You disconnect this one. Disconnect this one. Get this out of here. I don't want to see that ever again. Okay, so this is here. If it is one-way collision, okay, so then if not one-way collision, then you connect the signal. So I think maybe that should be it. No, it doesn't even work. What? Is it area? Is it an area entered? Oh, wait a second. What? Check overlapping bodies. Get overlapping bodies. Is this overlapping? Print overlap. Why does that not work? What's happening here? Errors? Error calling body enter to callable. Get overlapping bodies expected 0 arguments. Oh man, come on, man. Expected 0 arguments called with. Oh, because then it tells you the body that is overlapped with. I see. That's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, then I should set this one here. Check overlapping body. Body singular. Body. And then what type is body? Body is a node 2D. Body node 2D. Okay. So this is here. And then this one should be check overlapping body singular. Exactly. Okay, this should work. It works, and then if you reset... Wait a second. Okay, so it shakes when it's not supposed to. My pickup line, your body is like a node 2D, check my overlapping body singular. So true. So true. I was considering that, but, you know, I don't usually make jokes like that, so I considered not doing it. But thank you for doing so. Welcome Alchikar. Okay, so this one, it should check. If it's already playing... Wait a second, shouldn't this be... Wait a second. So then this should only check if... Oh, I see. This is because I didn't have this thing here. So then this one should be if is not falling. If not falling. This should only play if you are not falling. But then I guess once you collide it, you're not really falling, right? You're not really falling though. Is anyone here even falling? Velocity Y? Right, because once you hit the floor, you're not falling anymore. It's not even falling though. If not is falling. And body is player or body is crate. Then this. Falling or balling, and none of it. Pair with the Wolfie emote and your golden persona, golden. Meanwhile, I was thinking of singular buddy. No, it's body. Singular body. Welcome, Carabel. Okay, is this... I think this should fix it, right? This should work. However, I will say the logic is a bit non-ideal. Because it's not falling, though. It's not really falling. It's on the floor. But then that means, then should I check if is on floor though? Because then is on floor would only apply to non-one-way platforms. I feel like this is getting a bit messy. I might want to like change this so that the one-way platforms have different logic from this one. Maybe not. Maybe it's fine. Is it fine? Is it fine, guys? Are you considered whether it's fine? If move and collide, and not collision shape, one-way collision. Collision is true. So true. Whatever, I think this is fine, right? It's probably... But now I'm checking is falling twice. We already know here that is falling is not being set. But then this one, there. Many things are happening. So not is falling. And this, and that, and these things, and those things. Are there. Wait, why not? Oh, I see. One if body is okay. No, I got it. Okay, I think this is fine. I don't need to, you know, although the code doesn't look that great right now, I think it's fine. Probably, maybe. Alright, whatever. Let's commit this. Status. Git commit -am. What did I change? I've changed many things. I have changed some code. Oh, I don't need colliding count anymore. Get that out of here. Colliding count? It's not even being used. Collision shape. Do I use collision shape anywhere? I do. What do I not use here? Initial position. I use all these. Collision check, we got this thing, got that guy. Alright, that's good. Git commit. Fix issue where something. Welcome Port Punk. Are you the guy who made the terrain 2D? Was it the better terrain? I'm using that. How do you find this channel? This is the guy who made. I think that's you. That name sounds familiar. Fix issue where collision, where falling platform randomly on your front page. What the heck? That's cool. Yes, I'm using your plugin. This terrain plugin. It's very nice. Thank you for making it. Fix the issue where falling platform resets wrong. The falling platform falls after reset. I'm using it with the dual grid system. That one video that you had like a tutorial, and then some guy in the comments was like, hey, do you know you can just like change the offset? And you're like, whoa, what the, you can do that? And I'm doing that, and it works nicely. Specifically, let's see, it is what is it, foreground? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Just do this, and it just works. Yeah, that comment was so good. It saved me so much time. It is a nice plugin though. Anyway, what are some issues that now that the developer's in the chat, what are some issues I have with this plugin? I can't recall. I'm sure I've had some like obscure things happen and I'm like, oh man, I wish I could figure out why this is happening. Don't know. It's fine. It's probably fine. Surely there's something, right? I don't know. I can't think of any right now. One thing that I think is annoying to me, but you might not be able to, this might be like a built-in thing with Godot, is that it's like sometimes I'm like on this thing, right? And then I add some tiles, and then I think if I run the game, it deselects it, and I always have to like go back to it. But then I guess that also happens with if I use this one, so maybe it's not really an issue. Like I can do this, and then if I go here, okay, never mind. It does it for everything. Okay, so it's not specific. Why does it do that? Why don't they just keep this thing selected? I guess maybe because you want to see the output. Oh, never mind. The dock system is inflexible. You can mess with it, but it tends to make the engine crash. Oh man, that's inconvenient. Well, anyway, I'm sure if I can think of anything that is wrong, I will come up with. I'll think of improvement ideas. Feel free to submit a PR if I manage to fix those. I'll think about it. I'm still pretty new to Godot, so I don't really know too much about the internals. But okay, so this works. We can go on these platforms. We can then climb these. What did I want to do? I want to create a level with these falling platforms. That's the hard part. It's coming up with level design ideas. Let me copy some ideas from this other game that I saw. This guy falls onto some platforms. And then what? And goes here. Okay, that. This could, I guess I could have this make a platform that you can climb onto. Like there could be spikes down here. Maybe this thing has spikes on it. Okay, this is gonna be my next thing. We have climbable falling platform, and then we have climbable spiked falling platform. Duplicate this. Climbable spiked falling platform. So then this one will have spikes on it. And so now you can only hold on to it from the side. So let's see, we have the sprite here. We have this one. And then you gotta move everything down. So we have the collision shape is here. And it is now here. It should also be larger by 1 pixel. Like that. Alright, and then I should also change let's see, climbable spiked falling platform. This one should be larger, I think, by 1 pixel. And should also be down here. Big bet. Okay. And then I need to add some hazards. Let's add area 2D. And this area 2D is going to have a collision shape. And this one is going to be it's going to be the thing that kills you. It's going to be the which platform was this? Movable, climbable, spiked platform. If I simply copy this shape, it should match up exactly, I think. Let's delete this one. Okay, yes, that appears to match. Wait, is that... This seems wrong. This seems... It's not symmetrical. Shouldn't this be like this? I'm sure I had it like that for a reason. I'm sure if I change it, it's gonna break everything. Climbable, spiked platform... No, that's fine. It's probably fine. Okay. We have this one. We have the area 2D. Alright, so let's try adding this to our world. Go to obstacles. And then just drag this one in. There. Sorry, you gotta drag it here. This is the thing that annoys me about the built-in tile map and tile set, is that you have to be on this menu to drag it in for some reason. If you go here, it doesn't work. Okay, so this one, put this one here. Let me just test that this works. Alright, so this should kill you. Oh wait, I don't think I set up the, what's it called? Okay, it does not kill you. The scenes thing is cool, but would have been much better as a separate thing, right? It also really annoys me that the scene thing doesn't allow rotations. You would think that they could just apply rotations to the tiles in here, like when you put them down. I had to like make separate scenes for like left and right and down. It's a bit annoying. But whatever, it's probably fine. Okay, so I need to add, I need to set the collision on this guy. This one should have collision. Okay, so this should be on collision layer hazards. Offsets and rotation, exactly. They should have, yeah, they should allow you to like apply properties to things. The exports. Because it is kind of annoying. Okay, so this is a hazard. It should collide with the player. It's right there. Being able to trigger the spawns on triggers and stuff when the player enters the room. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of improvements they can make to it. Oh no, wait, I just thought of, sorry, I just thought of a suggestion, maybe not a suggestion, but like a thing that I tried doing with this, your plugin, that I could not get to work. There's like this article, it's like, what's it called, Celeste Tiles. I wanted, like, there's a possibility to have, like, inner tiles. I don't know how to explain this. Celeste tile. What was the article that I saw? Celeste tile. How do Celeste tiles work? This one. So like in Celeste, I think they have like these outer tiles here, but then it's like I want to check somehow like neighboring, not just the next tile, but like 2 tiles over. That's probably like too big of a scope creep for like your plugin. But I was like, that'd be kind of cool if you could just like check, you know, this thing is in it's like, how am I explaining this? This thing is next to like an open air, and then this one is like an inner tile. And then like even within that one, you got like another like inner level. I don't know if there's like a nice way to do that. Godot tile map Celeste. And I think I saw actually a thread on GitHub issues where this exact screenshot was used. Is it this one? Where did I find it? No, it's, let me just look in Godot. Larger scope tile matching is fairly frequently requested. It's beyond what better terrain is for. Yeah, I kind of assumed so. It's like one thing that would be really nice. I kind of wish there was like a nice way to do it. What was the GitHub repo? Godot? Godot. Is it just Godot? What if I just search for Celeste? Got issues, we got this one. No, never mind. There definitely was a thread where I was like, man, this would be nice to have. Anyway. I think that's like the only one thing that I would have liked. But I do agree that it is probably like really complicated to implement. Okay, so we go back here. Let me check that this thing will kill the player. It should kill the player. It appears that it does. It does successfully kill the player. Alright, so we can design some levels with this in mind. Better terrain works with triangle and hex grid modes. I don't know how any of that will work. Oh, that is also true. I forgot that it's not just for like square tiles. It would be pretty complicated. I mean, I guess like the alternative is just to just like manually do it, right? You would like manually have the the outer tiles and you fill in like an inner sort of tile. Like the full black here, and then these ones would check the edges. I don't know. There's ways to do it. Okay, so let's see. We got this one here. Foreground. Doesn't even need to be manual. You can write an editor script, execute. That is true. That is true. I could consider doing that. Yeah. Make a refill inner terrain script and execute it on the fly. I should probably like try doing some of that stuff. Because actually at the moment I have some things that are like running as the script, or sorry, as the game is ready. Oh, there's like this annoying thing where, like, I'm sure you know about this, where like when you create a tile map, every single like tile has its own like collider, and then you run into issues where, this is not with your plugin by the way, it's just like in Godot in general. Like if you have two like one-way platforms next to each other, since each of these has their own collider, sometimes you like jump into here, you get caught between, and then they have, yeah, in 4.5 they finally have a thing where they combine them. I'm looking forward to that. But since I'm on 4.4, I wrote like a custom thing where like when the game starts, I like manually go through and I combine them myself. And like it's fine, but it'd be nice if it was built in, and it will be built in. So as soon as that's out, I'm gonna upgrade. But yeah, there's like a lot of really obscure issues where like you jump between two tiles and you get stuck, which is annoying. I've seen some other people do similar things. 4.5 is hopefully gonna fix it. Yeah, it looks pretty promising. It's like in their dev milestones or whatever. Sorry, this this one. This one. Yeah, this one. That looks really nice. New one came out a few minutes ago. Oh, a new dev update? What the? Blog? It's on their blog? It's new? What do they got here? Screen reader, script backtracing, inspector selection toggles. Okay, what is this doing? Expanded editor functionality, sections with their own dedicated checkbox. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. Interesting. And more, even more. Yeah, these things. Set correct position. Okay, there's like a bunch of other issues that were fixed. Not as exciting as the first one, but you know, not every dev update can be super exciting. Like this is the big thing. this is what I want. Surely it'll be here soon. All right. Yeah. It's pretty unexciting, but I also don't really want excitement. I want a stable and useful engine. That is true. Before I learned Godot, I kind of like... I did some things in Bevy, which is like the Rust gaming thing. And although it is kind of cool, they do change things like a lot. Every time someone writes a plugin, it's like it breaks every version. And then people they're like, oh man, a new Bevy version's out, I gotta update my plugin again. A lot of things change. But you know, it's still being developed rapidly. Okay, so we have dirt. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to have this thing, we're going to have some tiles here. And then the player's going to jump, they're going to grab onto this tile right here, and then it's going to fall. And then once it falls, then maybe the player jumps to the next area. What if it's like this? So you jump from here, it falls down, and then, okay, so it's gonna be here, right? And then you can jump from there, maybe to here. That doesn't make any sense. Is that even a fun level design? You jump from here. It is kind of hard to jump from there though. I feel like this one should be, maybe should be like you go down here and then you jump and you grab onto this thing from there and then it falls down and then you're here. But then like what's the point of doing that? What's the point of being over there? Do this, okay, and then there's no challenge. There's no challenge. Maybe you gotta go on the right side. Maybe that'll be more interesting. So you eventually find yourself on this side, and then you jump onto this, and then you fall down. But then what would this give you besides if you just fell down yourself? That's the question. Jump here, jump onto this one. I don't know. This is the hard part about the streams. Designing levels. I added this new thing, but I have no interesting puzzles that use it. Okay, what if you jump over it? Push a crate onto it? Oh, wait, I could do that. True, I could have crates you can push onto it. but how would that help? Okay, what if there's a crate over here? Maybe try to get onto the other side. You push a crate onto it, then it falls down. Crate pushing is not, it's literally the image. It's right here. It's me pushing a crate. This game is all about crate pushing and mushrooms and spikes. Alright, so let's see. This one, you push a crate onto this one. And then the crate should definitely trigger this thing, right? And then it'll give you a platform that you can then jump onto. I don't think we've had that yet. We haven't had a thing where you push a crate onto one of these and then it falls down and then it gives you a safe thing to stand on. Let's try that. We have obstacles. And then, sorry, this is obstacles. We have a crate. Where's my crate? There it is. So this should trigger this thing to fall. It doesn't. Okay, I've broken something. What have I broken? I think I didn't extend the vertical thing upward enough. Moving climbable spiked. Collision shape 2D. Wait. Oh no, this is the wrong thing. This is what is this? Climbable spiked falling platform. Okay, I think I just need to increase the size of this guy so that it also applies when you're above it. Alright, so this should work. It does in fact work. Okay, now it's a safe platform. You can now fall on it. Right, that's pretty cool, right? Now put a mushroom under it. I mean, I think this thing doesn't get affected by mushrooms. It is a solid piece of land. It is much heavier than the mushroom. So it falls there. What does that do for me? There's not even a puzzle here, because this is the only thing you can do. Oh, but what if you can go... What if you're meant to go to the right or the left? Okay, I got it. I have an idea. What if you had... maybe this guy's lower, and then you have a crate on this side, and then you have a falling one-way platform, like you go to obstacles, and then you got this guy. Where is it? I hate how these icons make no sense. Crate with mushroom. Where is it? Falling platform. Just regular falling platform. There it is. Why is this image wrong? Okay, regular falling platform is now here. Is now here. Okay, and then you can go to the left side, push the crate down. It'll fall on this guy, and then it'll fall on this guy. This makes me want to make a better scene collection thing plugin. You should. I'll use it. I'll definitely use it because this thing is like pretty bad. Rotations, you know, flipping, assigning properties. That would be so nice. Okay, we have foreground. Let's remove this. It's pretty thankless though. That is true. It is true. Maintaining a plugin seems like so much effort. Maybe someone else made one. That'd be nice. Okay, so you can go this way, but then you'll die. Hey, wait a sec. I thought I fixed that. If you die here, what? I thought I fixed this. Why isn't why does it fall down right after you die? Oh man. Okay, turns out I did not fix it. Welcome, Michael. Plugin developers are the unsung heroes of indie game dev. So true, so true. Without them, I would not even be here. That's not true. I would be here. It would just be a lot less convenient. How do I get people at work in different teams to talk to me? You can ask them things, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so now that this is here though, what does this give you? Why is this here? What was the point of me doing this? I could have spikes. I could have spikes here. Nobody else made one. It's an untapped market. You could totally do it. Okay, so we got this, right? We're gonna have a crate on top of this guy. And then we have spikes. We got spikes right here. Wait, hold on. Is this the issue that I had? It wasn't that when you run the game it switches. I think when you switch... If I click on terrain from here, and then I click on another one that also has terrain, it goes to tile map. I don't know if that is something that you can control, or if that is just what Godot does by default. I think that is the issue that I had, is that it just doesn't stay on it. Oh man, can't control it. Oh, welcome Casanova. You can use arrow keys. Wait. Does that work? Arrow buttons. Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like because I have so many like layers that it's hard for me to like remember which ones are in what order. What if there was like a selection? Could choose. Select next one. What is this one? Highlight selected layer. Oh, it's just a minor inconvenience. Okay, so we got hazards. We have the spikes. Okay, we can have a bunch of spikes here. And then remove these guys. And then now that those guys are gone... Wait, oh, see, that you can't be doing that. You gotta jump over, and then you do this. And then... Okay, but then you can't make that jump, though. It could be a little bit lower. And then you can move the hazards down. Oh, I think there's like another thing. Is that, is there a way to select and move things? Kind of like how in this tile map, you can use the selection tool like this to move stuff around. But obviously it doesn't, like this select is to select these things, right? There's no tool here to select these. I would imagine it would be kind of complicated to add, but I think the reason why selecting things here is kind of annoying. Do it in the tile map. Yeah, that would usually work. However, since I'm using the dual grid thing, it's like it kind of like it leaves these sort of. I guess I could just like just do this, right? Yeah. Oops, oh, what did I just do? I accidentally filled my entire map with solid. Did not mean to do that. Okay, well. not perfect. You have to redo the terrain matching. Yeah. That is true. Okay, we have hazards. Let's remove these guys. Okay, is this even a puzzle? You can go here and you push this thing over. It falls down, and then you should have enough to jump over. You should then... Wait a second. This thing goes here. Wait, but I feel like this doesn't give you any benefit, though. Right? The reason this thing being here is no different than if I just had spikes down here. Is that true? It's like this. I don't know. I feel like I should have it so that you would have to climb this guy. This thing should be there. What about the middle ledge on the right? Yeah, I don't even know why I have that there. What would I put over there? What should I put over there? Trinkets? Baubles, perhaps? What, a mushroom? There's... No, we can't have mushrooms everywhere. There's too many mushrooms. A Wolfie coin? No, in this game we got clovers. Clovers are the trinkets. I made this new game mechanic, and for what though? For what? Do they have anything interesting in this game with falling platforms? They fall on this guy, they jump. Like Yoshi coins or Celeste strawberries. Yeah, the clovers are pretty much the equivalent of Celeste strawberries. Okay, that's a thing I could add. But this is no different from just like regular falling platforms though. it needs to somehow be like a climbing thing. Well, I'm sure I can think of something. Alright, what if you could climb? What if there was like a... what if you could make a platform by climbing? Okay, here's the thing. What if we had like... What if there's like a bunch of spikes like right here? And then in order to be able to climb up there, we have one of these platforms that doesn't have spikes. So you gotta like go up there, cause this thing to fall, and then once it's fallen, then you can climb up. I think that could be a possible thing that I could add. Maybe. But then wouldn't that just mean that you could just fall from there to there? Oh, unless there was like a big tunnel that prevented you. Oh, that's what it could be. Here's my idea. Okay, what if you had it so that you have this? Welcome Upside Out. Whenever I work on my platformer, the hardest part is thinking of game mechanic that Celeste hasn't already done. Yeah, note how my project is called Celeste. This is not actually Celeste. I just happened to name it Celeste when I was starting out, and I never renamed it. But hey, this game is different from Celeste. It's got climbing, but it doesn't have dashing. It's got ledge grab. Celeste doesn't have ledge grab. Look at that. You can ledge grab. It's going to have gliding as well. Okay, so here, wait, okay. So we have obstacles, right? Obstacles right here. We can have a climbable falling platform right here. Okay. And then there's like a bunch of spikes. Okay, we got spikes all the way around, like right here and right here, but not at the top because that'll kill you. So they'll be here, right? And then at the very bottom, there's going to be a wall. You can then climb the wall. Once this thing has fallen down, there will be spikes over here, right? We have these spikes. And then when you play this level, you're like, oh man, what do I do? I can't go this way. Okay, never mind, you can go that way. I don't want you to go that way though. You should, this thing should stop you from going that way. The spikes should maybe be like here. Alright, so those are here. Now you can't go that way. You could not possibly go that way. I mean, okay, ignore this stuff up here. You cannot go that way if you just went here. So you have to cause this guy to fall down. And now that this thing's down here, now you can jump over, right? That's a thing, right? That is something. But this has nothing to do with climbing. So I need to add something with climbing. What is that thing? What if I have a chain reaction? What if I have like multiple of these guys here? So we have foreground, we have this guy, we have this guy. Now I don't think at the moment that they interact. If this guy falls on that one, I think it doesn't do anything. But I could make it so that there's a chain reaction. Yes, that was your question that I had anticipated, is that they can't. But I could make it so that they can. And how would I do that specifically? Good question. It was going to be this one right here. All I have to do, I think, is just add a collision mask to climbable terrain. So I think maybe this should work. It does not work. It turns out it does not work. But why not? Collision mask is climbable terrain. Right, that's fine, right? Because this thing is climbable terrain. But why does it not work? Because this climbable... Oh, it's because I only do the collision check. Wait, no, that should work, right? Why doesn't it work? Let's see. Okay, so we have... Didn't I specific? Oh, you're so right. Wait, you're actually right. Why did I hard code it for this? No, you're right. I did hard code it for player and crate. Oh, it's because I wanted to check whether it has is on floor. Now, I guess this thing could be, instead of this, could be body has method. But then I feel like maybe is method, has method is maybe not the most performant thing. Welcome cryptic command. Body.has method is on floor. This feels kind of hacky. And body.is on floor. Wait, does this thing have the method is on floor? It doesn't. Hold on. Let's print out print body. So this will print out the overlapping body. And then if we check this one, it is overlapping with player, but it is not overlapping with the other climbable falling platform for some reason. The mask does have climbable terrain. Not is falling. Oh, I only check when it's not falling. That's why. Because once it is falling, because I don't set is falling to false when it's like here. And I did that because I don't want it to play this thing. No, but then this thing should then, because the bottom one isn't falling, the top one's falling. So it should be overlapping, right? Is it not? Is it not falling? Is it because I set the velocity to 0? I don't know. Wait, that is not working. Wait. Oh no, this is just because I was in contact with it. But they both fell because they're falling there. Isn't this cool though? You can have 2 platforms that you can climb seamlessly. Wow. Okay, maybe I'll figure that out. Maybe I will figure that out off stream. Let's go back to what it was before. To do. Also collide with other falling platform. But only if the other falling platform is like one of these platforms. Because I do have one-way falling platforms that should not collide with other one-way falling platforms. But okay, let's go back here. Let's go back to world. So we don't need this one. This falls down here. And then you should be able to climb it. So maybe we have climbing, just like Donkey Kong. Do they climb in that game? He does climb ladders. That is true. Okay, I mean we could add this, right? This will cause the player to have to climb. Right, because you go here, you then jump off, and then you go here, then you have to climb up just a little bit. But if you jump too high, you'll hit the spikes. Right, that is something you can do. But maybe these spikes don't need to be here. Right, so you have this. You have this here. You go down here. You jump up. Now you're here, and then you do this challenge. This challenge right here, you gotta grab onto this one. You gotta fall down here. And then jump onto this one. Okay, I feel like maybe this one, maybe I could remove this spike. It's a bit annoying that it's there. Okay, do this one. Oops. And then you do this. Oh wait, I could put the crate on top of this one. Isn't that the first thing I was trying to do? Putting this... Oh, I could add the crates back. I could add the spikes back here, and then it makes the player think they have to go this way first. Oh. I will do that. Alright, so we have these spikes over here. And now it goes this way, and the player has to go this way. You push the crate on there, and then you go up here, and then that is pretty close though. The player is very close to the spikes. But that's fine. It's actually totally fine. Okay, that is kind of annoying though. Okay, I can remove the topmost spike. Wait, but then if I remove that, can't the player just jump? Can't they just go from here? No, I don't think they can. No, they can. They totally can. Okay, so let's put that spike back. And then you push it down. And then what? And then you go up. And then you have to do this one. Whoops. Wait a second. You see that? How did I... You could just do that? Okay, maybe that's going to be a speedrun strat. You can just fall down directly from here onto there somehow. If you're good. If you're really good, you can do it. Alright, I'm also going to drink water because it is that time. It is 7 p.m. Alright, then they do this. They jump up here, and then they jump here. And then that's it. That's this entire room. Now I feel like there may be like a lot of waiting involved. Like one thing I'm not a fan of in games is when you have to wait a long time for a platform to move over. I feel like when you're like on this wall, you spend like a second or two waiting for that platform to move over. Okay, so this is here, and then, oh wait, what if I have it so that, wait, what if I have it so that you can push this thing down, and then there's like an opening in the wall, and you can push the crate into that opening? Because then if you just push this thing down first, wait a second. That's a puzzle idea. What if instead of this thing being up here, it was down here? And then what you have to do is you have to get this platform to fall, and then you push this down onto that platform, and then there's an opening, and then you can push the crate onto something else. And then that does something of some kind. A real speedrun strat is run to the left. No, sometimes you gotta go to the right. You have to go this way. Wait, okay, so that's an idea. It doesn't have to be for this room. I could have it in a different room. Because I feel like this itself is kind of enough of a challenge. So, okay. So what I will do here is I will have this be blocked off here. So you can't just go that way. And then we need this thing to be blocked off because you can't just climb up this way. It then has to be like this perhaps. But then it's like, then what's here? There's like nothing here. It's empty. Do I need anything here, or can I just leave it empty? Good question. I do not know. What if I added like a little challenge? We could have another clover up there. Or I could just leave it empty. Maybe I'll just leave it empty. It could be like this. Alright, then the player goes here, they push it down, they jump up, and they go this way. And then there needs to be this. This will prevent them from just climbing up. Right, this will be like, you can't jump from here to there. You cannot possibly go from here. Can you even go there? You can't. You have to go here. Alright, is that true? Okay, so you do this. You go here, you fall down. And then you do this, and then we just make sure you can't go up there. You cannot, in fact, go up there. Which is good, you cannot go up there. But now you can go this way. Ah, okay. Okay, so that is one level. We've added one level today. And we can add a second one. Did I update anything? What did I change? I added a bunch of stuff. A lot of stuff. You know, let me not commit this just yet. Let me add another room first. Thank you, getdiff. Yeah, thank you for telling me the base64 encoded image is... Sorry, it's not an image, it's the tile data, that it's there. Alright, so this room, I think in this next room, we'll try to implement this idea that I had from this room. It'll be one where you push a crate onto one of those falling platforms. And then that will open up, you can then push the crate into another area. I should also extend my checkpoint upward. Right here. Alright, then you move the player into this room. You know, I will commit this. The reason why I don't commit as often as I normally would is because of this. Every single time I make like a change to the tile map, since I have so many tiles here, it makes like a huge diff. And then like every diff that I do, or every commit that I do is just gonna like add more things to the index. It's like a huge amount of data. Welcome Mad Chirpy, hello. Hope you're doing well. Mad Chirpy, also game developer who also has a vertical mouse, I found out. Got a little vertical mouse user. Oops. Okay, git commit add room. There's got to be like a better commit message than just add room. Add room with falling climbable platform. So true. It's so ergonomic. Alright, so in this level, I'm going to have a falling platform. I'm going to have this platform. Maybe like over here. Maybe like up here. And then we can have like a crate. The goal is to push the crate onto this guy. Maybe the crate can be like over here. So this thing will fall down. You then push the crate onto this guy. And then there's like a little opening. You can continue pushing the crate. Let's see, this one is like this. How tall is this? This is like 4 tiles. It's 4 tiles tall. It's 4 right there, and then there's like a little opening here. And then we have this. Let me just test this one. Alright, so you can climb. You can then push this one. Oh, but that's okay. This needs to be one tile shorter. And I also need an opening on the other side. Or maybe, okay, maybe we have this open like this. And then I have the crate can be on this side instead. Let's put this one like here. Right, and then, oh, that, wait, I feel like I should have killed you. But it didn't. Oh, this could be kind of interesting in the sense that I could have this platform up higher. So maybe the player's first inclination is to push the crate down, which would mess them up. And then they're like, oh wait, I should have done this first. Yes, I'm gonna move this one up slightly higher. Like here. Maybe even higher up, like there. So that if they push the crate, they cannot reach that floating island. But then you do this, and then you can push this down. And then, okay, and then we can have something here. But the question is what? What will we have here? A mushroom, perhaps? We can have a mushroom. And then maybe the mushroom... What does the mushroom do? I don't know. Can bounce the crate up to here. And then what does that do? And then, okay, and then there's spikes. There can be spikes over there. Okay, so here's an idea. We can have a mushroom down here. Right here. And then we can have a one-way platform over here, perhaps. Or there. And then we can have spikes. The spikes can be like there. Wait. No, maybe they should be farther out. It should be, oops. It should be like this. Then we have an opening here. Like this. Okay, so then mushroom is here. One-way platform is also here. And then we have spikes as well. Alright, so what does that do for me? How does that help me at all? No, I should add no, hold on, let me just test this. Okay, so we go here. You get this to fall down. You then push this one down. This one goes here, then you... Okay, that does not go up high enough. We need, this needs to be lowered by 1. Okay, so we have one-way platform. Is instead over here, which looks a bit weird. But it's fine, I'm sure it's fine. This goes here, that goes there. Okay, this one and this one. And that one. Okay, so now that that's there, then what? Then, okay, then this could be a wall you can climb, maybe. Maybe then, oh no, wait. What if there was like a wall? The wall is like here. Wait, but can the player just... Can they just like... They could just do that though. could just do that. What's the point then? Go down this way, go here. Well, that looks really nice though. Isn't nice? It just fits perfectly. It's so satisfying though. Wow, look at that. Although this is not an actual challenge, so maybe what could I do to make this an actual challenge? Good question. I don't know. Okay, what if this also had spikes on it? Here. And then there was like a wall on the other side. And then that means that your goal is to like jump from here onto this wall, and then from this wall, which is now a crate, you can then jump to the next one on the right side. And then we have spikes over here. It's going to be like this. Right, so now that this is a wall, you can then jump from here to there. Is that even a jump you can make? Maybe it's like here. Right? So it's like this. It's like that. Maybe, okay, maybe it's like this. Now, is that makeable? That's the question. Is this makeable? Oops. I messed up already. Okay, so that goes there. Goes there. This one goes here. Wait, you can just jump from the mushroom. Wait, you can just jump from the mushroom. There has to be a way where you don't do that. How would I stop the player from doing that? Good question. Good question. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna temporarily put a crate here, so I don't have to do all this. So you push this over. It makes a wall. And then I would like the player to have to climb on that wall and not go on this way. What if I added spikes like over here? What if I added spikes there? It would look a bit strange though. What if I added spikes on the bottom of a crate? No, because then the issue is the player can just do this. Whatever I add here is not going to prevent that from happening. I don't know. I simply don't know. Okay, we can put this a little bit over here. And then what? And then, okay, maybe we can provide like, you can jump from here onto that box. And then what? So that's good, that's good. That there is not good though. Oh, maybe I have like another mushroom. Maybe we have another mushroom on it. It can bounce the crate 2 levels up. There are multiple mushrooms. I could do that. I could do that. Let's consider doing that. Alright, so this one, we're gonna have a second mushroom. We have this mushroom. Let's just check that this works. I don't think I actually had a case where we've had 2 mushrooms in a row do this. Okay, so it does work. It does in fact work. It is a bit strange though. It's a bit strange that it plays the animation when it's not actually bouncing it. What is in my mushroom script? Script. Mushroom. Frame progress is greater than 1. Play mushroom. Okay, so we play the bounce mushroom. Sprite play mushroom bounce. On body enter play. Okay, so this one should only play if oh no, we do set the this. We do set the bounce impulse. Body velocity Y. Okay, I don't know. I guess it's fine. Okay, so we have this bouncing up. We can then have maybe a ceiling right here. And then we have one-way platform right over here and here. And then what? I don't know. Okay, and then we have this. You could have more spikes. Just fill the entire thing with spikes. This thing will go up, it'll bounce up to here. And then maybe, what does that give us? We can have spikes over here. So the crate is going to be here. You would like for there to be spikes on this side. So then player will then jump from here to here, jump from here onto the crate, and then from the crate onto this one. Maybe that's a thing that we can do. So that goes there. Okay, that fits perfectly. I think I should move this one up slightly. Alright, so that's there. Okay, you gotta avoid that mushroom. That mushroom will kill you, so you have to find a way around it. But how? I guess this mushroom also just... Hold on. If you were to just bounce on this mushroom, you could just go like... Oh, okay, it was just kind of hard. I was thinking maybe you could just jump from this mushroom up to there. Maybe that's not possible. Okay, so the intent is to do this. You jump from here to wait, what the heck was that? Do you see that? Is that a bug? What happened there? That was strange. Okay, so what? Whoa. Okay, there is a bug in my game. What is that? How did that happen? What the heck? What? Why is that happening? If I jump into the crate, it just teleports me downward? What if I go from this way? No, that killed me. What the... Alright, so this goes here, this goes there. Okay, that... I don't know why that's happening. Never seen that before. Why is that happening? It's like real life. Does that happen to you in real life? What the what the heck? Is it because I've never had a situation where, okay, so the way I test whether you can grab onto a ledge is I check when you're falling. We do like a falling check of some kind. I think it's because we have two things that could possibly wait, but then that would also happen. I'm not completing my thoughts. I'm just saying things and not completing them and moving to the next sentence. What if but this should have happened when I had two crates stacked on top of each other. Why does this happen here? I think it's because like we have two different things. It's trying to detect that you've grabbed onto this from here, and then like it sets your position here or something, and then it's like you can't actually be there, and then it calls you to go. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. Well, I can't explain it, so maybe we just don't have this puzzle in the game. A bug exists, so just make sure that it never happens. But then what the? But I gotta make something. There's gotta be some kind of challenge here. Alright, so we can remove this guy. This crate is gonna go here. And then you maybe don't need these. We will then have this here. And also here. Now, why did that not happen when the crate was here though? I feel like I only saw that issue when the crate was up there. If I go here, I push this down, right? I think I should still be able to grab onto this one. Yes, okay, no wait, that also happens here. And it only happens when you transition between the two. Interesting, interesting. That is quite strange. Quite the mystery. I don't know why that's happening. Now what if I remove, like, what if I remove this? Does that still happen? I would like to believe that it doesn't. Okay, it still happens. Why? What? Oh, what the heck was that? You seeing this? New bugs have been discovered. New bugs that have never happened before. That's the speedrun strat. You just start doing that stuff. What if narrow the bottom left platform? This one? The bottom left this one? What if I did this? What if I did that? Okay, so that works. I think the issue is that there's something here. Something being here causes it to break. But why? Oh, that's what you meant. The bottom left of this, I see. I thought you meant like the bottom left, like over here. And why does that happen? That's weird. Well, anyway, it's fine. But then how do I turn this into a puzzle though? Okay, so you can jump from here to here if you have a crate here. If the crate is not there, then there's no way to go up there, right? Unless, well, I mean, this just lets you do it, right? You can just do it from this. Now I need a way where the player doesn't just do that. And I don't know if that's possible. I need the player to not just do that. What if I had spikes up here as well? If I simply just added spikes everywhere. Like that. So now if the player tried to go over there, Wait, why didn't that... Oh, that's in the wrong layer. I put the wrong thing there. This is in the one-way platform layer. So if we have this here, then... Hold on. Okay, but they can still go there now. They can still go there. Oh, but then that also kills you. It also kills your ability to do that. Man, why did they make level design so hard? Why can't game dev just be easy? Have they considered making this easy? I can't believe this. Alright, so let's see. This one, what am I trying to do here? Spikes. I mean, they could have this mushroom be higher up. There's no reason it has to be here. If we move the mushroom like here, it would allow this thing... Wait, but that wouldn't fix the issue though. Then the player would also be bouncing higher. And I'm not sure that that would do anything for us. Man. I just don't know. No one really even knows nowadays. One-way platform is here now. And then we have this. And then you can do, okay, wait, that's not supposed to happen. Maybe that's why I didn't have the, that's why I didn't want this to happen. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, maybe I don't want that. Maybe there was a reason. No, but then the mushroom could be just one lower. It could be perhaps here instead. Right. Okay, okay. But now it doesn't even go up there. That one-way platform doesn't even go there. Man. What if we had this? Alright, push that there. It goes there. It's perfectly fine there. And now this also doesn't allow you to go, hold on. It doesn't allow you to jump. You can't then... Okay, you can't then make this one. No, you can still do that though. Okay, you can also still do that. Okay, what if I make this like this? And then I just add spikes on all of these. So now what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to jump on the crate, and then from the crate, wait, is this too high up though? From the crate you can then possibly jump up there. Maybe. Is that a thing? Okay, wait, okay, you can kind of make it. You can sort of make it. I mean, you can make it, but you would have to know that you would have to press up while here. And then if I lower it by 1, it is too easily makeable from this mushroom. Alright, I can just do this. I don't even need the crate. No, man. There's gotta be a way. There has to be a way to make this a good challenge. But how? What if I add spikes here? Alright, if those spikes are there... Oh wait, then maybe from there you can go from here, you can then jump. If I remove this spike from there, if this spike was not there, then I can make that, right? Wait, what? How did I die there? It's because of that spike. Okay. Okay, so you can make that. If that crate was not there, you would not be able to. You could not go from here to there, right? Possibly. Okay, you can do it, but it's like, I feel like it'd be very hard to. No, maybe not. Actually, maybe it's actually really easy to do it. Maybe it's actually so easy. No, yeah, it is pretty easy. Oh, I could remove, this. And then you can't do it. Right, with that thing not being there, you can't possibly do it. And you will die if you hit that spike. Now, the question is, can you make that jump? Is this a makeable? Oh, sorry, not that one. Is this makeable? Not that one. Okay, it is kind of hard, so maybe this is fine. This, as a challenge, this is probably fine. I feel like you can just barely make it. You can barely make it there. No, actually, no, it's pretty easy. No, yeah, you could do it pretty consistently. Alright, so then how do I stop that from happening? What if I had another platform? What if it was like... We have one-way platform here. And then from here, you push another crate down here to prevent these spikes from existing. And then I remove this. And then this hazard is not there. And then we have spikes here. Wait, isn't that just easier? I don't know. Okay, so from here... Wait, you can make that though. Welcome Iris Toasted. Okay, so that one, that's pretty hard to make. This one though, can you just bounce from here to... You can just bounce from there to there. Okay. What if I were to purchase fast food and disguise it as my own? Here, it could be like this, maybe. You guys hear the ice cream truck outside? It's back. It's here. Okay. Get this one. Can you land there? Is that a thing that can be done? It is, but it's hard to do. Okay, so you have this one. You have this here. You climb up here, and then you push a crate down there. There is going to be another crate on this side that you then push down here. But then if you're up here, if you're going to be up here, to push this crate, you need to be up here anyway. So like, and your goal is to get up there. So there's really no reason for that. Unless there's another mushroom. What if there was a crate over here and then there's a mushroom here? Oh, look at that one. Wow. But then you would be on the other side. No, that's fine, because this could be a one-way. Maybe this is a one-way platform. And then from here, you're meant to go up here. And then this stuff could still be closed off. This could be like a little cave. Right? So then your goal is to go here. And then there's a mushroom here as well. Oh wait, but then how are you supposed to get over there if there's a mushroom blocking your way? Ah, interesting. Good question. I don't know. I have not thought about this. What if the mushroom was here? No, because then with this being here, you can then just bounce up to there. I don't know. I don't know, man. This game is hard. The game is not hard, but the design is hard. It could be like this. Then it would be kind of hard to go through here, right? It would be kind of hard to go through there. So that's good. And then... No, because then you can just do this. You can just... Oh, man. Man. What if I had a horizontally bouncing mushroom? What if that was a thing? Have you considered this? No, this is like getting pretty complicated. This level on its own is like, you gotta get this thing down here. You gotta then push this thing down. You gotta then push this one over. And then this crate is actually gonna be this one. And this goes up. There's too much. There's too many things here that are simply a workaround. I don't think this is a very good level. But what if it was? What if it is a good level? There's a platform there. You want to then have a thing over there. Oh, this could be... Wait, instead of this being that, what if this was just this? No, because then this spike is in the way. Then you can't make that. Welcome, Brooke. Happy Friday to you. Okay, so if I removed this, but then I would need this thing. Is that true? Is that true? Could I give you 30,000 channel points to extend stream by 5 minutes past the hour? No, I refuse. I will not accept channel points for anything. Okay, but this one though, you can just bounce up there. You could just be doing that. Why even doing this? 37,000? No, I will not accept channel points for extending the stream. Channel points will only need to be used for things that don't matter, such as redeeming emotes and causing things that happen automatically. If it requires manual effort from me, it's too much. That is simply too much to deal with. But how do I stop this? How do I how do I make this level make sense? Welcome, Props Not Jack. If you were a level designer. Oh, this could be spikes as well. Hold on. The goal could maybe then be to jump up here instead of going there. But I'm sure I thought about surely I thought about this, right? No, there could be, okay, so this one here, this wall could be full of spikes. All the way over here, right? This is all spikes. Go here, and then, wait, but then how are you supposed to go there? Welcome, Random Asian Guy. Welcome, Dopamine. He do be climbing though, so true. Oh wait, no, the point of this was so that you can climb, so that you can jump from there. No, I can make another thing. Okay, so this one is going to be like this. And then we can remove these hazards right here. Right, it's gonna be like this. You push this over here, you then climb on this wall, you jump from here, and then you can jump to this wall, and then there will be like another wall here you can jump on. Or I guess it could just be this. Maybe it'll just be this. I think that would work. The question is whether... Well, no. Okay, that doesn't work. That's the whole point of this, was that prevent the player from being able to just jump from this mushroom onto this wall. Which they can, in fact, just do, I think. Maybe. If I remove this obstacle, and then I just tested this, can you just go there? Is that just a thing you can do? You can just do it. So that's what I wanted to not do. What the heck, man? What the heck, dude, bro? And then if I remove this one, it's not makeable. But then even with the crate, you can't make it. But this one you can't go up there, right? That's fine. And then you do it correctly. You do it the right way, and it still doesn't work. Welcome, Orfish, Godot. What about Stay Dot? It's already gone. See, you can do this if you know that you can press up, but I cannot count on the player to know that they can do that. There needs to be something. There's gotta be a thing. There has to be. And I don't know what it is. What if it was like, what if it was this? More dots, DKP minus, guys? What if it was like that? Is that a thing? That's a thing, right? That's a thing you can do. Oh, but you can still go though. Man, you can still go though. Wave dashing. I don't know. There's gotta be something here. Welcome, Sheriff Pumpkin. There's gotta be something. I just don't know what it is. There has to be some kind of thing. What if I had a left-facing mushroom, and then you launch the crate here, and then it launches this way? It's stupid. It's not even a good idea. Man. What if they had a thing? What if there was a thing, guys? Welcome, X-Tag. What if there was a thing? And I can't put spikes here, because then that would, you know, then you would just die. So you could then maybe... Yeah, a thing, that's right. What if there was a thing? I don't know. I don't know, guys. What if there... What can I do? A meeting of the Jarls? Is that a Skyrim or Oblivion or other Bethesda game Elder Scrolls reference? The Jarls. Definition of thing. Hey guys, what's the best thing? Tier list of things. What is the best thing? Don't know. We just don't know. Alright, I may have to think about this off stream. Today we've done one level. We've added falling platforms that you can grab. However, it is not... I don't know how to make this interesting for levels. Chibli bit. Good old Chibli. There was a website where it gives you a tier list of just random Wikipedia articles. I forgot the name of it. Wikipedia tier list. Wikipedia... was it this one? No. Tier listy. The problem is that the mushroom can take you to the same place that you're supposed to grab the crates. How about you pushing the mush somewhere else? Oh, true, you can push mushrooms. Okay, guys, we're doing a tier list. Rank based on how likely this is to become a meme. Key Hill Cemetery. I feel like it's probably unlikely. Legislative Districts of Manila. Definitely not happening. I think this is not going to become a meme at all. Sir Ultrabald, you know, possible. Let's put that in B tier. Municipality of Broken Shell. If it was one number higher, I think it could have done it. But it cannot do it. It is not possible, actually. Now, the issue with this website is that you cannot... It doesn't scroll you. It doesn't scroll you down. Oh, it does. Oleg Valenchuk? I don't know. Sure. Maybe. Bishopville. Okay, this is enough of that. Okay, so what if you could push the mushroom... Sorry, putting the mush elsewhere, then you have to push the crate into the place after it bounced. Wait, push the crate into the place after it bounced. So like if it was pushed here, what if there was like an opening here? Oh, you could push the mushroom. I see. We could have like a little opening over there. Yeah, if the extended into a tunnel, true. I understand what you're talking about here. That means then I would have to move all this over. So this will be here. This crate will be moved upward. This will in fact be here. And then we have one-way platform there. And then you move the mushroom over. You would then remove this one, right? All this would be gone. And then mushroom would be here. And then mushroom would bounce it there. You would then push it here. It would the crate would then be here. But then the player's stuck, and that's why you add a ladder so that the player can climb back down from here. Yes. Okay. And then, okay, then the player can push the platform here. Then they can jump here, grab this one, then jump up. And then they will end up where they need to be. Maybe. Alright, so they do this. I think I need more of an indication that this is a falling platform though. Because at the moment it kind of just looks like a regular platform. Like when it has spikes on it and it's moving already, it's kind of obvious. But when it's like not moving, it's a bit hard to tell. Okay, so then you push this down. You then go here. And then you push this over. Oops. Okay, I mean that is better than what I had before. I think that is a pretty big improvement. Although it doesn't have the appeal of this thing fitting exactly where it needs to go, but maybe that's fine. Alright, you push this over here, you go down. Oh, and then maybe this will prevent you from dying from the spikes. Right? I think that's kind of cool. Like if I had this here and then we had like spikes on the ceiling. Right, then that stops. I guess I need to remove this one probably. Right, so we have this. Go here, you push this one over, this one goes down. You do this, you climb up. And then now this thing stops you from dying. Welcome to Octagon. Okay, then you can do this. And then you go up. Wow. Wait, no, I guess you could have... Hold on, you could have just done that, right? You could have just gone from here. This looks crazy. Does it though? Does it look crazy? Okay, wait, you can just make that though. You can just make that jump. And that's why I need spikes on there. But then if I put spikes there, is that too close though? Is that too close of a thing for the player to jump from here onto there? I think you could also just like, hold on, whoops. You could also just do this. Okay, maybe it's a bit hard to do, but surely you can just jump from here to there. No, you can't actually. Surely you can just do this. Surely you could just... Okay, maybe it's harder than it looks. So maybe that's fine. If someone can do this, then you know, then they're goated. Wait, no, I could do it. Actually, it's pretty easy to do. Okay, but all I have to do is remove, I just have to remove this one. That one. Anyway, I should end my stream. It is about that time. But now the player cannot possibly make that jump. It is impossible. So now they have to do this. They have to go this way. And then they push it over here. And then they do this. Okay, so that works. Now the question is this too hard to think of? Would a player know that they would have to push the crate over? Probably, right? Welcome, Gron. They would probably know. I'm going to assume that the player would know to do that. But what if they don't? Do I take part in game jams? I do not, but I would hope to at some point in the future. I don't know when, but eventually maybe. There's been a previous puzzle where you climb a crate. True, there's been several. Alright, well I think this is good enough for now. I will wait until everything is synchronized over to my other computer. Let me git add levels. And then once that is done, I'm gonna check. We're gonna see what day it is. I'm gonna raid someone. You might have to wait like 30 seconds. Finish thing. Oh, look, it failed to update. Checking file modified, not rescan. What are you talking about? My friend is hosting one if you're interested. No, I probably will not do a game jam for a while. I should be working on this game. So what do they mean by fail to synchronize? What are they talking about? The game looks wonderful. Thank you. This is like my first game. The first game that I would consider a real game. Besides, you know, just being a tech demo. Alright, has this been synchronized? Is everything synchronized? You know, maybe I should commit this. Nope. Add partial level. Alright, now we have to wait several more seconds. Unless there's a way to sync immediately to my other computer. I'm gonna do rescan all. Is there a way to do this? Alright, very soon I will end my stream. You know, the stream will in fact probably go to 8:05. I did say it wasn't going to necessarily, but it probably will just from me waiting. I'm still waiting. It's still synchronizing, possibly. Add partial level. And how long does it take? Sync thing? I thought you would synchronize things immediately. Is it not going? It's not happening? Okay, it's been synchronized? Okay, I will now end my stream. Thank you for watching. Let's check out what day it is. Let's raid someone. Okay. Arbor Day. Telephone Day. Delegates Day. Noise Awareness Day. License Plate Day. DNA Day. Lingerie Day. Zucchini Bread Day. Red Hat Society. Ooh, Penguin Day. That's a nice one. We do a World Penguin Day raid. World Penguin Day raid. So many days. There's so many days per day. You can make a chart of days per day. A graph even. Alright, so who is streaming that I will raid? A bunch of people are live. Is there anyone that I will raid? What about... What's this guy doing? I'm gonna raid Uloslab. He's doing some kind of horse race thing. I don't know. Let's raid him. So let's raid Uloslab. Alright. That's gonna be it. I'll be back tomorrow with various games. The usual variety Saturday gaming. We're gonna have crosswords. We're gonna have connections, guess the game, game duel, and a lot of itch.io games. Look forward to that. And then that'll be it for the week. And then next week, you know, probably more of the same. Maybe I won't do 2 game development streams next week, because I feel like I've been maybe doing too many of them. I feel like there's not too much stuff to talk about with game dev streams. Like normally when I stream, you know, I just talk about stuff. With game dev, a lot of it's kind of just like, oh, what if I put this here? What if I move this crate over here? And then people have nothing to say. They're like, ah, true, you could put it there. But since they don't have access to the game, they can't check the physics. They can't even verify that their puzzle works. Connections, yes, that is a thing that happens tomorrow. Anyway, that's gonna be it. Good day to you all. I will see you next time. Goodbye.